So when it comes to RPGs, the Nintendo Switch has been an absolute powerhouse, let's face it. It's honestly, in my opinion, served up more than we could have ever hoped for over the years, and while the system may be getting well, let's face it, a bit long in the tooth, 2025 is shaping up to prove there is just still plenty of life left in the old beast. So today, I'm looking ahead to 20 upcoming RPGs I think you'll want to check out. And trust me here, they are not slowing down. So whether you're into turn-based classics, action RPGs, or tactical adventures, I think there's something here for everyone to get excited about. So yeah, let me know your favourites in the comments below. I'll save my most anticipated for the very end of this video. And if you do enjoy it, do me a favour, subscribe. It helps out the channel a huge amount. Alright, let's dive in. The latest installment in the long-running Legend of Heroes series, Trails Through Daybreak 2, it picks up right where the first entry left off. It's plunging players back into the world of Korvat. With the mafia organisation Almata no longer a threat, the people, they've returned to their peaceful lives. However, not for long. Why? Because a series of mysterious murders involving a deadly crimson beast, they've set new events in motion. Now this series has earned its loyal fanbase for a reason. I actually got into it myself on the Switch and I adore it. I've actually as well already spent about 5 hours with the Switch build of this game thanks to NIS America. They invited me to an event here in London and I think it's shaping up to be something special. You know, think new characters, refined mechanics, and just the fantastic hybrid of action and turn-based combat. It's back and now with powerful EX chains and just new mechanics to explore. If you do want a deeper dive on this particular release, I've already posted a full breakdown on the channel, so I'll link that down below. Thunderfolk is a turn-based tactical RPG designed with couch co-op in mind, so definitely a little different. Now it's inspired by the experience of gathering around a tabletop RPG, and it supports up to 4 players who can team up to explore the dangerous world of the Sunderlands. You'll be choosing here from one of 6 unique classes and essentially taking them to war. Now expect the combat here to be strategic, there's no set player turn order, it allows for flexible tactics. You'll face off against a variety of enemies, and between missions, players will return to the town of Arden to upgrade vendors, earn rewards and unlock new skills and equipment, all while protecting this town from a creeping corruption. What really has me intrigued here though is the fact that you use your phone or tablet as a controller. Now how this will work with the Switch build, well, I guess it remains to be seen. Will it be featured even? But it promises to transform your device into a rulebook, inventory system, and skill card manager. So yeah, again, will this feature be omitted from console builds? Maybe, but personally, I'd love to see it in action. Tales of Graces F Remastered is a remaster, of course, of the classic Tales series entry, originally released on the PlayStation 3. While it didn't initially enjoy the same widespread recognition as Tales of Symphonia or Tales of Vesperia, Tales of Graces F earned a loyal fanbase over the years for its fast-paced, action-orientated combat system and emotional storyline centered around friendship, growth, and responsibility. Now the game here, it follows Asbalder, the son of a feudal lord who embarks on a journey to protect his friends and uncover the mysteries of political turmoil in a neighbouring kingdom. Now what sets Tales of Graces F Remastered apart within its own franchise is its refined linear motion battle system. It was basically upgraded in this version with the around step mechanic. Now this allowed players to sidestep enemies, giving them more control during battles, and it also added this ability to drop counters. It is great fun and I'm excited to see where it all started. On top of this as well, you could even switch fighting styles. Everhood 2 is the follow-up to the unconventional musical action RPG that was a personal favourite of mine, and though it remains, in my opinion, overlooked on the Switch, the original just stood out for its unique blend of musical encounters and just, quite frankly, bizarre storytelling. And this sequel looks set to build on that same strange charm. So in Everhood 2, you embark on a journey to slay the mighty Mind Dragon with a mysterious celestial raven promising to return your lost voice if you succeed. Now it's the music-based battles with this series that truly make it, special, because they're more than just rhythm minigames, which could easily be assumed at first glance. They are actually very involved, and this new entry, it's promising over 100 songs. That is impressive considering the game's relatively short length for the genre. They're promising around 8 to 10 hours. Now on top of that then, the psychedelic visuals return in just full force. Just take a look at this trailer, and it even features a custom battle editor for players who basically want to create their own challenges. Rune Factory Guardians of Asuma is an action RPG with life simulation elements, and it's also a fresh take on the series. So basically here, after a catastrophic event known as the Celestial Collapse shatters the land and leaves it in ruins, you awaken with a mysterious power. It grants you the ability to fight back against the corruption spreading throughout the world, but you'll also be using the powers of an Earth Dancer to restore the land, its people, and even its gods. It sounds out there, but expect here new abilities including the aforementioned power of dance, and fresh weapons like the bow and talisman to purify corrupted farms and battle monsters. You know, this is Rune Factory. It's not just about farming. That's what I really like, but the concept here of rebuilding villages, not just one location, enticing people to return, forming alliances, and undoing a whole lot of damage. It sounds like great fun. And of course, again, it's Rune Factory, so you can expect to start a relationship or two. Now, visually, I think it looks lovely. I'm actually curious to see how it runs on the Switch. It looks demanding, but hopefully this is kind of where the Switch 2 comes in, sometime in 2025. Citizen Sleeper 2 Starwood Vector is a narrative-driven RPG with strong life simulation elements, and it's easily one of my most anticipated games on this list. The first entry, one of my favorite games on the hardware, so it makes sense this sequel is going to be up there for me because it's promising to build on the immersive, choice-driven narrative that made the original just such a standout. Now, narrative-wise, it is set in a dystopian future. You're navigating life as a titled sleeper. That is a human consciousness housed in a mechanical body. And yeah, it's really all about surviving, exploring, and then making tough decisions that impact both your individual story as well as that world around you. Of course, though, being a sequel, the stakes are even higher. You're piloting a derelict ship, you're navigating through space, you're searching for a place to call home. You know, the first game focused on surviving aboard a space station. This one expands that scope. It lets you forge your path across a universe. That is exciting. So yeah, my anticipations here, I'm expecting deep, branching storylines, incredibly complex characters, and a world that reacts meaningfully to my choices. Visually then as well, the art style returns. It looks stunning. And yeah, I'm expecting to top it off an incredible soundtrack because the first one, I listen to it constantly. I'd say with this particular game, do watch out on the channel. I've been working on a deep dive video for the first entry. So yeah, that will be making its way to the channel very soon because I consider it an absolute masterpiece. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remastered brings back two of Konami's most beloved JRPGs, now of course remastered with new HD visuals. Now in Suikoden 1, a once heroic figure becomes a tyrant, sparking the rise of a liberation army. They're determined to change the fate of an empire, and in the sequel it follows the friendship of two young soldiers who find themselves caught in the middle of a brewing war between the Highland Kingdom and the city-states. Now the remasters feature fully upgraded backgrounds, improved visual effects, and enhanced audio. You can also expect modern conveniences here like autosave, fast-forwarding battles, and a conversation log, which is always appreciated. My only hope is that they keep the iconic soundtrack intact. It's a personal favourite, and I'm confident they won't mess with it. That would surely upset fans, but I still want to kind of put that thought out there into the universe. Please, just don't touch it. But yeah, with this one, I was hoping for a 2024 release, but at least it's coming early in 2025. I just hope now it does big numbers, because if I had to guess, this could be one of the last major releases before the end of the Switch's life cycle. So yeah, fans need to come out and show support. Demon School is a new style tactics RPG. I'm not quite sure what they're going with new style, but it blends strategic combat with motion-based controls. Now, as Faye and her misfit companions, you'll battle bizarre creatures that exist between the human and demon worlds while juggling university life on a mysterious island. Now, what could be a game changer for Demon School is its motion equals action mechanics. Every movement you plan impacts both your characters and the environment. You can even rewind actions during the planning phase to chain powerful combos and exploit enemy weaknesses. Now, outside of the combat, you'll be planning your team's school schedule, leveling up your characters, and building relationships with up to 15 companions, which does impact your performance in battle. It's kind of similar in that sense, it seems, to Eternite that released earlier in the year. The story, though, here unfolds across a university semester, with the island revealing its secrets day by day. Yeah, I really suggest getting hands-on with this. I played the Steam demo myself. I was really impressed with how creative that battle system felt, and I'm really excited now to see how it all handles on the Switch hardware. Fate Extra Record is a turn-based RPG and a remake of the original Fate Extra, bringing the Moon Holy Grail War back to life for modern hardware. Now, it's set in a Spiritron virtual world. Masters and their servants, they battle for survival in pursuit of the wish-granting device known as the Holy Grail. This revamped version features expanded scenarios, refreshed character designs, and a command battle system with deck-building elements. With the promise then of a deep story, though I'll admit I'm a little lost here from the blurb, we can expect on top of that updated visuals, tactical turn-based combat, and yeah, it's shaping up like a must-play for fans of the Fate series, no doubt. I can't say I've played the original myself, but from the trailer, I do like the look of it, so I'll definitely be checking it out. Ys Memoir, The Oath in Felghana, is an action RPG, and it's a HD remaster of Ys, The Oath in Felghana. Now, I know that's probably pretty obvious, but that was actually in itself a remake as well of Ys 3 Wanderers from Ys. Definitely getting a little confusing at this point. But yeah, this remaster brings a host of new features, including improved visuals, new character art, turbo mode for faster gameplay, multiple soundtrack options, and for the first time ever, a voice for the previously silent protagonist, Adol. Now, story-wise, it's set in the region of Felghana and follows Adol and his longtime friend Dogi as they return to Dogi's homeland, only to find it's overrun by monsters and plagued by political corruption. Now, as Adol, you'll battle through fast-paced real-time combat, uncover the secrets behind the unrest, and face the powerful magic threatening the land. But yeah, this is an easy day one buy for me. I've never played this particular entry. I've played all of the Ys games on the Switch, so absolutely love them. So no question in my mind, I should be checking this one out. They've already announced as well a lovely looking physical edition. It includes a diorama, soundtrack, cloth map, postcards, all for like $59.99 USD or your regional equivalent. So I might even tempt myself to jump on that as well. The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the First is a highly anticipated remake of the classic turn-based RPG that introduced players to this rich world for the first time. Now, following the journey of Estelle Bright and her brother Joshua, players embark on an adventure to become full-fledged bracers. That's members of a guild dedicated to helping those in need and just maintaining peace. Expect here to explore various towns, meet a colourful cast of characters, and uncover the secrets threatening your home. This remake then features, of course, new visuals, quality of life improvements, and who knows what else, honestly. They really haven't given too much away here, but as someone who, like many, hasn't had the chance to play the originals, I started with Cold Steel, this remake is a major highlight for me in 2025. I just hope that 2025 isn't too ambitious because, well, Trails games tend to see a delay between that Eastern and Western releases. They need to do the translation. They are getting quicker at it, but this could be one that, you know, potentially slips back into 2026. Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist is a dark fantasy 2D side-scrolling action RPG set in the Land of the Fumes, a magical kingdom that is filled here with hidden resources. Now, after toxic fumes drive this artificial life form to madness, you'll be playing as Lilac and a tuner with the power to essentially save them. The story follows Lilac. She's going to awaken in an underground lab, and you're going to be seeking lost memories and friends in this post-apocalyptic world. You can expect here, though, a revamped battle system with over 30 unique skills. It takes the gameplay a step beyond the original entry, Ender Lilies. Fantastic game as well. Do check that out if you haven't. But yeah, many are understandably anticipating this sequel, and I've actually been playing the early access version on Steam, and I've loved the opening few hours. I actually covered it on XP Corner, so I'll link that video down below. But for me, I've kind of put it aside now. I'm waiting for the Switch release to kind of embrace, I guess, that full experience. Kingdom of Night then is an 80s themed isometric action RPG that just sounds awesome, let's face it, but it invites players to hunt down nightmarish demons to save the town of Miami, Arizona. Set against a backdrop of cosmic horror and coming of age themes, you play as John, who awakens to find his neighbor kidnapped after a satanic cult inadvertently summons ancient evil, and again, sounds awesome. This one wins from a blurb front, quite frankly. But yeah, in this story-driven adventure, you'll explore an expansive, interconnected map with an open-ended quest system, and you can choose from 3 classes, 9 subclasses, and each will offer unique playstyles and even a customizable skill tree. Expect though to engage in combat against these creatures while collecting gear through quests, random drops, and the lead developer here has noted that the game is nearing completion with testers already involved. He has also begun streaming the game's progress over on Twitch, which is definitely a promising sign. So yeah, I'm excited for its projected release in 2025 on Steam, and I'm hoping for a simultaneous launch across platforms because Switch has been announced. It also sounds like a massive game too, a script that exceeds 100,000 words. That's a lot for an indie. You know, for comparison, a script for this video today is around 3,500 words. So yeah, that should give you an idea, you know, that's a lot of words, 100,000. Infinity Knights Cross is a free-player couch co-op action-adventure RPG set to release in December 2025, though, look, a delay to 2026 seems likely given its Kickstarter roots. Let's face it, when was the last time a Kickstarter game actually hit, its release window? Putting that aside though, look, here you're going to embark on a journey with Cross, the newest Infinity Knight, alongside a king and his knights wielding the armaments, powerful weapons that can revive slain enemies. It's inspired by 90s JRPGs and it's developed by three brothers. The game really kind of embodies to me when I look at it a true passion project. To me it's clear they just aimed to create a game they wanted to play together, and I absolutely respect that. I think some of the best games come from those very intentions. But yeah, on top of all of this, from a more technical perspective, they're promising finely tuned combat that adapts to your playstyle. They're allowing for mid-combo weapon changes, which sounds very cool. The synchronized attacks with allies, that sounds pretty impressive too. And the narrative sounds, I guess, a little bit dark. It's themes of immortality while offering both handcrafted and randomly generated dungeons and locations. So yeah, I'm excited for its release and, again, hopeful for a simultaneous launch across platforms. Chrono Sword is a Souls-like action RPG centered around time travel, which I think is always just this awesome theme, but players here will explore a beautifully crafted realm, navigating between the past and the future to uncover the truth behind the world's, I guess, end, essentially. But yeah, it's this idea there was this once vibrant city that's become a living hell filled with monsters and just madmen, so you'll be traveling through the time gate and your choices can alter the future while paradoxes may affect the past, and that could be a really impressive system if it is, you know, pulled off. The game though features a heavy dose of character customization. It allows you to combine stats, equipment, items to really kind of match to your playstyle. And having been in development now for a while and funded through Kickstarter, the latest press release announced a publisher and stated a simultaneous release across all platforms for the 1.0 build. So that's really good news. That said though, there will be an early access window on Steam as they finalize things. They're targeting a 2024 launch for that at the time of recording. It's not gone live yet, but I really enjoyed the demo during Next Fest and I can't wait for the full release because there was a lot of mechanics. I really want to kind of see how they, you know, evolve as you do progress through its world. Luna Remastered Collection brings the beloved Luna series back to life with HD remasters of Luna Silver Star Story and Luna 2 Eternal Blue. Now, originally released on the Sega CD, though most will remember the PlayStation remakes, these classic JRPGs are known for their strong storytelling, memorable characters, turn-based combat, and beautifully crafted worlds. Now, in Luna Silver Star Story, players follow Alex. Great name, by the way. But he's a young adventurer setting out on a quest to become a Dragon Master and save the world from a dark force. Luna 2 Eternal Blue then follows a new protagonist, Hero, who uncovers the secrets of his past and faces a battle to stop a destructive force threatening the planet. The remasters here promise updated visuals, enhanced audio, quality of life improvements, kind of the usual fix from something called a remastered. But yeah, this series is a must-play for fans of classic JRPGs, and the collection brings together both games for a new generation of players to enjoy, and I think that's really exciting. And of course, I think you don't have to persuade a fan of this series to jump on this release. It'll be day one for so many RPG fans out there. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake. It's a hell of a name, that is, honestly, to say out loud. But anyway, it's bringing two of the most iconic RPGs in gaming history into the modern era with, of course, you guessed it, stunning HD 2D visuals. And I really do love the look, even if they are just overused at this point. But anyway, look, after the fantastic release of Dragon Quest III HD 2D, it is exciting to see these classic titles getting that very same treatment. You know, Dragon Quest 1 introduces players to the hero Erdrick as he embarks on a quest to defeat the evil dragon and restore peace to the land, while 2 continues the saga of following the descendants of Erdrick as they unite to battle a new, more powerful threat that threatens the kingdom. These are classic narratives, and this remake combines the nostalgia of the original game with those modernized visuals. I'd also expect, like many of the remakes on this list, quality of life fixes, probably revamped combat systems, enhanced audio. But yeah, not much else to add here. Like, it's Dragon Quest. If you're even remotely a fan of the genre, they should be on your wish list. Atelier Yumiya, The Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land is an alchemy-focused RPG that takes players on a journey with Yumiya, a young alchemist, as she searches to uncover the mystery behind a fallen empire. Now, as with other Atelier games, crafting and gathering materials, they're going to play a key role in the experience, and players can create potions, tools, magical items. It's all to help you on this adventure. Now, my guess here is, like previous series entries, this is going to be a relaxing experience with more of a focus on exploration and character development. The stakes are generally a bit lower in this series, making it a great option for those who want a more, I guess, easygoing RPG experience compared to, the more intense high-stakes adventures of other titles on this list. My only concern with this one, honestly, is the trailer we've seen so far. Performance just didn't look quite polished, or as polished as I'd hope. I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing it's an early build, because Atelier games are typically, in my opinion, some of the most impressive on the system. I mean, just look at how stunning Riser looks on the hardware. Regardless, anyway, I'm confident this will still be a solid pick, but I'm just curious to see if it can top some of the greats. Lost Helden is a dark action RPG set in a world where survival is a constant struggle. This is the sort of thing I like. But players take on the role of a lone hero navigating a realm where light is fading and monstrous creatures roam freely. Now, the story centers on uncovering the truth behind the fall of a once prosperous kingdom with betrayal, corruption, and just despair at its core. This one's going dark. But yeah, it combines action combat with a haunting atmosphere, and it challenges players to explore just bleak landscapes and face off against, well, what they're promising to be terrifying enemies. The narrative promises then as well to be deep and filled with complex characters and moral dilemmas that make each decision here feel, I guess, tough and meaningful. Combat is tactical as well, so I think it's going to be for players who are seeking something a little bit more on the challenging side. That's the take I'm getting here, but I think it could be a potential standout. Our final game then today, Freedom Wars Remastered. Originally released on the Vita, Freedom Wars combines fast-paced action combat with a narrative set in a dystopian world where players fight for their freedom. Now, you play as a prisoner in a massive city-state, battling monstrous enemies called abductors to earn your release. Now, I've never been fortunate enough to play the original, so I'm really excited to finally check it out. But when the remaster was announced, it felt like a surprise to everyone. Fans were excited, but I didn't get a sense that this was on anyone's bingo card. The trailer also hasn't given us much to go on either. So yeah, I'm curious to learn more over the coming months, but I think this is my most anticipated RPG that we know of this far, at least in 2025. And of course then, with the remaster tag here in the title, it's the usual. I'm expecting updated visuals, the audio, the gameplay tweaks, the quality of life improvements, and this game is a big focus on multiplayer from what I understand. So yeah, I'm definitely psyched to check it out. I hope you are too. And that is a wrap on 20 upcoming RPGs to look out for in 2025 on the Switch. So which ones are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you are hyped about. If you did enjoy this video as well, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this, because your support means the world to this channel. And yeah, the more you show that support, the bigger the videos will get. And that is just, well, I can't say thank you enough, basically. With that, anyway, look, I will see you all on the next video. Thanks, everyone.